Chapter 2. The Rise and the Fall. 1983. The Babylon Club, Miami. The Babylon Club pulsed like a living thing, all strobe lights and synth beats, bodies pressed together under mirrored ceilings, champagne corks flying like fireworks. Smoke curled through the air. Laughter and money flowed freely. Beneath it all was something electric and dangerous, like standing too close to the third rail of a subway track. Elvie moved through it like a shadow, her tray balanced on one hand, her heels silent against the tile. It was her third night on the floor. She was still learning the rhythm, how to glide between tables without being groped, how to smile just enough to get tips without getting pulled into someone's lap. She passed the VIP booths without looking. That's when she felt it, eyes on her. A group of men lounged in a roped-off section. Their suits, tailored, their watches, gold, their confidence, loud. But one of them didn't laugh with the others. He was older, calm, exuding the kind of power that didn't need to announce itself. Frank Lopez. He watched her. Not like a man watches a woman, but like a man sizes up a rare object he might want to own. He leaned over, whispered something to one of his men. A second later,
"Hey, sweetheart, the boss wants to meet you."
Elvie froze. She glanced at the booth. Frank offered a slow, charming smile, but there was calculation behind it. She walked over with a straight spine and a practiced calm.
You knew?
3 nights.
I knew I hadn't seen you before. What's your name, muñeca?
Elvie.
Elvie. I like that. Smooth. You from around here?
Number Baltimore.
Baltimore. That's a long way from paradise. What brings a girl like you down here?
Elvie hesitated.
Family.
Frank's eyes narrowed slightly. He nodded, not asking more, but clearly filing it away.
Well, if you need anything at all, you come to me. This place. It's mine, and I take care of mine.
He turned to the bar.
Get her a real drink. On me.
Elvie nodded politely and stepped away, unsure whether to be flattered or afraid. Behind her, Frank's gaze never left her. He turns to his man and says quietly,
Keep an eye on that one.
When Elvie first stepped onto the floor of the Babylon Club, she didn't know she was walking into a trap dressed like a dream. The music throbbed, the lights pulsed, money changed hands like water. Somewhere in that neon storm was Frank Lopez, drug lord, charmer, king of the room. He noticed her before she even knew she was worth noticing. She wasn't trying to be seen. But Frank had an eye for potential, and a taste for ownership. Within a week, she was off the floor and sitting beside him in VIP, sipping champagne from a fluted glass. Within a month, she was living in his high-rise, surrounded by silk sheets and floor-to-ceiling views of Biscayne Bay. At first, she thought she'd found safety, grieving her mother, searching for a father who might not even exist. Frank was polished, generous, and older. A sharp-dressed solution to 1,000 unspoken needs. He gave her everything: diamonds, designer dresses, a life most women only saw in magazines. And for a while, she told herself it was enough. 1984. The illusion cracks. The pedestal came with shackles. Frank didn't like questions. He didn't like her leaving the apartment without permission. He didn't like other men looking at her, even when she was working. The cocaine made it worse. The paranoia, the mood swings, the rants that came in the middle of the night and lasted until dawn. Then, the silence after. Long. Empty. What had felt like safety now felt like isolation. What had looked like luxury now looked like a cage. Elvie had traded grief for gilded captivity, and she was only just beginning to see it.